We're joined by Cecil Mills, the Democratic candidate for District Attorney General in the 3rd Judicial District. Cecil, it's a real pleasure to have you with us.
It's good to be here, Jim.
Well, we're just a couple weeks out from the general election day, and just looking at the campaign so far for you, how challenging has this campaign been for you?
It has been extremely challenging. As you know, there are 4 counties, and each one of those counties, they're very vast. It runs all the way from Kingsport to Warrensburg, all the way to Mulberry Gap in Hancock County.
When you're out talking to the voters, what kind of feedback have they been giving you about some of the issues that are of interest to them?
I've been very appreciative of the response that I've been getting from the voters. They are mainly concerned, as most of us are, about drugs, how the drug problem continues to grow. They're also concerned about school violence. And as all of us are, all of us want safe communities, and they want safe communities and neighborhoods.
One issue that's come up certainly in Greene County within the last year or so has been some cases of juvenile violence where the juveniles have been tried in adult court. Just talk a little bit about how your office addresses those issues and makes the determination of when a juvenile will be tried as an adult.
Our office looks very closely at the facts that are presented to us by the investigators. In order to make a determination as to whether or not a juvenile should be transferred, there are 3 criteria. The first criteria is that of being able to prove that the juvenile probably committed the crime, that a crime was committed, and that juvenile committed the crime. The second one is whether or not they are committable due to mental illness or retardation. The third criteria is looking at a vast range of factors that deals with whether that crime was one of violence, whether it was against a person or property. In the particular instances that we've been looking at recently, you have to look at what your actual evidence will be from the witnesses to see whether or not you can meet those 3 criteria.
What do you think is, and obviously you mentioned about drug issues, what do you consider to be the key issue coming up in this race?
Right now, of course, we have a problem with pills, but let me be a little more exact than that. From the time I've been with the DA's office for these 30 years, the drug problem has been number 1. It's been a war that we have fought. We will continue to fight that war. We've gone from marijuana to a point where you couldn't pass cars in your neighborhood because of the sale of cocaine. And now it's focused on pills. And actually, when I went to a drug seminar a year and a half ago, or almost 2 years ago, they said the next drug coming in was heroin. And sure enough, we're beginning to see the war against heroin. I intend to give some new tools to law enforcement officers, some tools that we have debated in our office. I'm going to utilize those tools to assist them in the war on drugs. I'm also going to assign a specific assistant district attorney to specialize in that area.
Looking at the campaign, you said it's been difficult to get, and certainly with the vast area that you have to cover out there, to meet everybody. What has been the most rewarding part of this campaign for you?
I have had a front row seat. Probably the first time I've ever sought a front row seat, but I've had a front row seat in the classroom of democracy. It has been most rewarding to see our democracy at work, to meet voters, to look them in the eye, to have them look at you in the eye, to tell them their concerns, to try to offer answers to them that are honest and hopefully satisfactory to what they would desire happen if you became the district attorney general. It's been a pleasure meeting people.
Cecil Mills, the Democratic candidate for District Attorney General, we appreciate you taking the time to join us.
I thank you for having me, and I thank you for allowing me to talk to your listeners.